a couple of those bowls down there on Saturday. Yeah, well, you can knock some people backwards. But, kids had a good week. They worked hard. We've, continued to make some improvements in that area. Now it's got to take it to the field on Saturday.
When you see Mike Leach offense, you've talked about execution. They kind of do what they do. Does that put more of a premium on being in the right places and kind of those first guys making tackles?
Yeah, it does. I think, they get you in open areas. They like to use the backs an awful lot for in the passing game. But, everything they do, they've done for so long, and he's done for so long that they do it really well, their execution. So we gotta match that or better that execution.
Coach Neal called Luke Falk and a future NFL starter this week. Just what do you see from Falk, and how good do you think he is?
Well, I think he's awfully good. You don't throw through. I know they throw the ball a lot, and they love to throw the ball, but his accuracy, is really good. I think he has a good arm. I don't know if he has an overpowering arm, but he has the right touch. He knows where to go with the football, and the spacing they use. I think he does a real nice job.
What do you think about your secondary this week? Are you planning to move any pieces? Maybe move Charles Nelson back there at all?
I wouldn't tell you if we were, but it's a good question.
You got a freshman linebacker. I'm going to mess up his name, Kaulana. What are you seeing kind of for him to get on the field and then once he was on the field?
Yeah, he brings a lot of energy. I mean, the one thing you see when he's out there, and that's been since the spring, there's a lot of energy that he brings, and that's a plus. He's athletic. Not the biggest guy in the world, but he likes to play.
Getting pressure on Falk, do they give the opportunity for you to get the time to get back there, or are they quick strike kind of pro style?
They're going to get rid of the football. And the thing that we have to do is make him hold it. One more half a second, one more second. And that's got to become great in our coverage and our landmarks or whatever we're doing with them, and try and get the pressure from making him hold the ball.
Have you seen that teams have tried to bring a little more pressure on him? I've heard from some people that Falk likes to hold on to the ball a little bit longer than maybe some other quarterbacks this season.
Well, I think he goes through a progression. He's smart, and I think he tries to get through his progression. He's well coached. I don't know if he holds on to it too long. I think every quarterback does that now and then. But at the same time, what we have to do is make sure we're in the right spots. We recognize some things formationally before the ball's even snapped.
2 games with Tyree at corner. How do you feel like he has done it? Is that going to be maybe a permanent move for him for this season?
You know what? I think that gives us our best team on the field with him there. He's long, playing the boundary corner. Depending on who we're playing and what we're doing, he gives us a physical guy there.
So you envision he'll just stick there the rest of the year?
I would think so.
Brady, your first year at Michigan, that team had struggled on defense, and you're able to make some big strides right away. What may be different about this situation that might make this more of a longer-term project?
Well, as you know, every situation is different. I mean, you have different personnel, you have different bodies, you have different things that we're all trying to accomplish. I think we will continue, hopefully, to make the progress that we want to make. I'm confident of that. The kids are hungry. They want to be good. So, comparing those two situations, we're different in a lot of ways.
Mark's talked about how, when you guys get 11 guys doing what they're supposed to be doing, you guys can be pretty good. I guess, how realistic is that? Have you been part of teams where everybody was locked in and doing the right thing the time?
Yeah, no one's ever played a perfect game. Yeah. I can tell you that. But there's been teams, and there's times with this football team, which is encouraging, where they all are locked in, and all of a sudden there's 10 guys to the football like you want to see.
Is talent the thing that allows you to maybe survive on a play if one guy's doing the wrong thing?
At times, yeah, at times.
Maybe is the margin a little smaller with this team where you don't necessarily have that talent to make up for a guy?
Well, I think these, I'm not going to say that, because these guys are going after it, and they're working hard. A new system totally, from the front to the back. And so, we just got to keep coaching well and getting them to understand how we want to play.
A lot of guys have had player meeting on Monday, speaking in front of the team on Saturday. How's the defense responded to those this week?
I can't answer that because I didn't know they had player meeting I know Mark talked to the whole team and was always had a great message for them. And I think, this whole team has a lot of pride. And that whole, and when you see that by the work ethic and what we've done this week, speaks volumes of how Mark runs his program.
So you see an increase in maybe effort this week, or?
Well, I think we've done that pretty much, but I think there was a little more intensity.
Is Washington State better than a 1-2 team? I mean, it's another year where they've gotten off to a slow start.
I can't answer that. I don't know. I think we're better than a 2-2 team. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.